Shell. What is a shell? In this lesson, we'll cover about the shell, how the shell works, and how you can run commands within the shell, or how the environment is set up in a shell. So, what exactly is a shell? Shell is like a container, like you have like a Tupperware in your home, or any kind of containers that holds your environment, your information inside of it. It's interfaces between users and kernels or operating systems. So you have built an operating system, and then it is provided a platform you to execute commands. Again, Windows is one of the platform in Windows operating system. When you start up a GUI, you execute commands by double clicking on a program. So that GUI interface is your shell. In Linux, when you don't have a GUI, you are given a terminal shell or CLI command. That is your shell. To find your shell, you could run a command like echo dollar and zero that will tell you what shell you are in. And you could also get a listing of all your shells in your Linux distribution by running the command cat etc shells. Your shell is also inside of etc password that is defined inside of the file. In Windows, GUI is a shell. In Linux, KDE GUI is a shell. In Linux, SH, which is shell, bash, etc. All these are the shell that is provided to a user. Again, we're looking at this diagram again, and we are second from the top. You'll see the application that talks to the shell, and then shell talks to kernel, and kernel is the one that is telling hardware what to do. Let's look at our Linux machine, and we'll see how we could find our shell. We'll open up a terminal real quick. And when you do echo $0, it tells you you are in bash. So you could look at the available shell that is installed in your distribution by doing cat etc shells, and it tells you all the shells that are available. And when you look at the etc password, cat etc password, and you'll see in my username, which is right here, it tells the shell is all the way at the end that I have a defined shell which is bin bash. I could change that shell if I want to a different shell, but I try to keep it consistent with other users. So that's what the shell does, and we'll cover in the later lessons how we could talk to shell to create scripts and other things to automate our tasks.